It took me 10 years to learn this. 10 years of chasing things that didn't matter, loving people who weren't ready, and waking up to a world that felt heavier every morning. I thought I needed success. I thought I needed validation. But what I really needed was silence. The kind that strips away the noise, the opinions, the doubts, and leaves you face to face with the truth. Most of what we fear is just a reflection of our own untrained mind. We spend our youth trying to build a life that impresses others, not realizing that every day spent pretending takes us further from ourselves. You can't find peace in the crowd. You find it in the pause, in that quiet morning moment where you look in the mirror and realize that time doesn't stop for anyone. It only asks one question: who are you becoming? The Stoics believed that the measure of a person isn't found in what they own or how loudly they speak, but in how they stand when the world turns against them. 10 years taught me that the calmest man in the room is the most powerful. Not because he doesn't feel, but because he has learned to master what he feels. This is not about motivation. This is about transformation, about rewiring your mind to see life through the lens of discipline, peace, and purpose. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll walk away with 6 truths that can change not just your mornings, but your entire life. So take a deep breath, let go of whatever you're holding right now, the worry, the regret, the noise. It's not needed here, because the next few minutes aren't about the world outside you, they're about the world within. Say it with me now: I am the master of my response. That's where Stoicism begins, not in books or ancient temples, but in moments like this. Moments where you choose not to react, but to reflect. The lessons that follow are not theories, they're battle-tested truths, born from failure, solitude, and the quiet mornings where you question everything you thought you knew. Let's walk through them together. 6 principles that took me 10 years to understand and a lifetime to live. Number 1. You control far less than you think. Most people wake up every day believing they can control the world, their schedule, their relationships, their outcomes. But the truth is far harsher. You control almost nothing outside yourself. The weather will change without your permission. People will misunderstand you. Plans will collapse. And yet, your peace doesn't have to. That's the paradox of Stoicism. You gain power the moment you stop trying to control what was never yours. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us and some are not." The mind resists this because it craves certainty, but certainty is an illusion. What truly belongs to you are your thoughts, your choices, your reactions. The rest, it's just wind, unpredictable, untamable, and temporary. When I learned this, everything changed. I stopped wasting energy trying to bend reality. Instead, I learned to bend myself, to become flexible, unshakable, calm, like water flowing around obstacles rather than breaking against them. Because when you master your inner world, the outer world loses its power over you. Think about it. How much of your suffering comes not from what happened, but from your insistence that it should have been different? We fight the current and then wonder why we drown. The Stoic learns to float. He doesn't deny the storm, he adapts to it. He works with life, not against it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's not philosophy, that's survival. Control is not about domination, it's about direction. You can't command the sea, but you can steer the ship. The moment you stop clinging to outcomes, you begin to move freely, calmly, purposefully, no longer reacting but responding with reason. So today, release your grip on what you cannot change. Breathe. Let the world move as it must, while you move with intention. Affirmation: I control my mind, not the world. Comment this below. Let it remind you that your peace is your power. Number 2. Pain is the greatest teacher. Pain will visit you whether you invite it or not. The difference between those who grow and those who crumble is what they do when pain knocks. Most people run. They numb it, deny it, distract themselves. But Stoics, they listen. Because pain is not your enemy, it's your instructor. Every scar you carry is a certificate of survival. Proof that you have lived, endured, and evolved. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Yet we treat every hardship as a punishment, not realizing that the universe often hides its lessons inside discomfort. The greatest clarity I ever found didn't come in peace, it came in pain. when everything I thought I needed fell apart, and I was forced to see what truly mattered. Pain strips away illusion. It burns through ego, comfort, and false identity until only truth remains. When you lose what you thought you couldn't live without, you begin to understand what was real and what was never yours to keep. That's why Stoics embrace adversity, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they recognize its purpose. When life breaks you, it's not the end, it's the moment you start again. This time, without weakness disguised as certainty. Don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Every wound is a message. Every setback is training. Every disappointment, a mirror reflecting the work still left to do inside. The Stoic's path isn't about avoiding pain, it's about transforming it. You take the fire that burned you and use it to light your way forward. You make meaning out of what tried to destroy you, because pain is proof that life is still shaping you, still sculpting your strength, refining your will, deepening your soul. So the next time pain arrives, don't hide. Welcome it like a strict mentor who loves you enough to make you better. Affirmation: my pain is my teacher, not my enemy. Comment this below, and remember, growth rarely feels good, but it always feels right. Number 3, stillness is the secret weapon. In a world obsessed with noise, stillness has become rebellion. Every second of our lives is filled with notifications, opinions, comparison, and chaos. We scroll, react, chase, but rarely pause. And yet, the most dangerous man is the one who can sit in silence and not lose his mind. Because stillness is not the absence of motion, it's the mastery of it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." But most people never visit that place. They fill every quiet moment because they fear what might surface. The Stoic, however, understands that stillness is where clarity hides. You cannot see your reflection in running water. You only see it when it's still. When you slow down, the truth begins to reveal itself about your motives, your fears, your attachments. You begin to notice how much of your life has been reaction, not choice. You start to hear the quiet voice of reason that's been drowned out by the world's endless shouting. That's where your real power begins, not in doing more, but in doing less with greater purpose. Stillness is the mind's training ground. It's where strength, restraint, and wisdom are built. The Stoic doesn't seek constant activity. He seeks equilibrium, a steady flame that doesn't flicker with every gust of wind. The world will always try to pull you into its rhythm, but you are not here to dance to its chaos. You are here to move with intention, grounded and precise, like a warrior in meditation, calm, alert, ready, patient, timeless. So each morning, before the noise returns, sit in silence. Let your mind breathe. Watch your thoughts without judgment, and you'll realize something profound. Silence doesn't empty you. It fills you. It reconnects you to your center, and in that stillness, you remember who you are. Affirmation: my stillness is my strength. Comment this below, because the calm mind doesn't escape life, it commands it. Number 4. Ego is the enemy of growth. The hardest battle you'll ever fight is not against others, it's against your own ego. The voice that whispers, "You already know enough, you're already right, you're already better." That voice has destroyed more potential than failure ever could. Because ego doesn't let you grow, it convinces you that you've already arrived. Epictetus warned, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." That single line shattered me the first time I heard it. How often do we reject wisdom simply because it offends our pride? We crave recognition, validation, superiority, and yet, none of these things bring peace. The Stoic path begins where ego ends. It's in humility where real strength begins to rise. Ego demands attention. Humility seeks truth. Ego wants to be seen. Wisdom wants to understand. When you live for the image of greatness, you lose touch with the substance of it. The strongest men I've ever met don't announce their strength, they embody it quietly, through discipline, patience, and restraint. Ego thrives on comparison. It wants to be more liked, more admired, more powerful. But Stoicism teaches that the only person you should strive to surpass is the man you were yesterday. The moment you stop competing with others, you start evolving for yourself. And that's when growth becomes real. Not performance, but transformation. Seneca once wrote, "No man was ever wise by chance. Wisdom requires humility, the courage to say, 'I don't know.' Every time you lower your pride, you raise your potential. The ego fears silence because silence reveals its emptiness. The humble man, however, can sit in quiet confidence. He doesn't need to shout his worth. He lives it. The Stoic destroys ego through silence, through service, through self-control. He doesn't need to prove, he needs to improve. So today, release the need to be right, to be noticed, to be admired. Be a student of life again. Let humility sharpen you, and you'll never stop growing. Affirmation: ego blinds me, humility frees me. Comment this below, because the moment you stop proving yourself is the moment you start becoming yourself. Number 5. Time is the most ruthless teacher. Time, the one currency you can never earn back. You can lose money, rebuild it, lose people, meet others, but lose time and it's gone forever. Most people live as if they have an endless supply of tomorrows. They postpone meaning, waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. But the Stoic sees time for what it truly is, a ruthless, silent teacher, constantly reminding us that everything we love is temporary. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Those words are not meant to scare you, they're meant to wake you. Because when you remember that your time is limited, you stop wasting it on things that drain your soul. You stop chasing approval, gossip, and trivial conflict. You begin to live intentionally, not endlessly. Time humbles us all. It strips away the illusion of control and reveals what truly matters. You realize how foolish it was to hold grudges, to delay forgiveness, to wait for the right time to begin. The right time is never later, it's now. Every morning you wake up is life offering you another chance to realign with purpose. Seneca said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." And he was right. We trade hours of our lives for distractions, forgetting that our attention is our life force. The wise man guards his time the way a soldier guards his weapon, carefully, deliberately, without compromise. If you truly understood how fast this life moves, you'd stop running after everything and start standing still with gratitude. Because time doesn't slow down for anyone, but wisdom helps you move in rhythm with it. Calm, present, awake. Affirmation: my time is my life, I will not waste it. Comment this below and remember, every second that passes is a question. What are you doing with the time you have left? Number 6. Purpose is the path to peace. There comes a moment in every man's life when success stops feeling like success. When applause fades, when comfort feels dull, and when all the noise he once chased turns into silence. In that silence, a question appears. What am I really here for? That is where purpose begins. Not in achievement, but in awareness. Not in ambition, but in alignment. You realize that peace isn't the reward for finding your purpose. It's the evidence that you're finally living it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Those words strip away the illusions we hide behind. Because purpose is not about titles, influence, or admiration. It's about direction, the quiet conviction to live with integrity even when no one sees it. The Stoic doesn't talk about meaning, he acts it out through the calm repetition of daily discipline, service, and virtue. Purpose doesn't make life easier, it makes it clearer. When you know why you're walking, you can endure any path. Pain becomes a messenger, not an enemy. Doubt becomes a signal to refocus. Every failure becomes feedback that refines your aim. The Stoic doesn't escape the storm, he learns to steer within it, knowing that his compass is his values. Seneca wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Without purpose, every day feels wasted. With it, even struggle feels sacred. You stop chasing shallow victories and start pursuing depth. You measure your life not by what you have, but by what you give, and the peace that follows is unshakable, born not from luck but from living deliberately. Affirmation: my purpose gives my pain meaning, my direction gives my soul peace. Comment this below, because once you live with purpose, even your silence carries power, and your every breath becomes a statement of meaning. These are the 6 lessons, 6 truths that reshape everything. You learned that clarity begins with acceptance, that loss is a form of guidance, that peace isn't found in comfort, that ego is the greatest enemy, that time is life's most ruthless teacher, and that purpose is the path to peace. Each of these truths took years to understand and even longer to live. But when you begin to apply them, something shifts. You stop moving reactively through life. You start responding with awareness. You stop chasing control and begin practicing calm. You realize that the goal was never perfection. The goal was mastery, of self, of focus, of peace. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." That is the essence of Stoicism. Not endless motivation, but grounded transformation. Not noise, but presence. Every morning is an invitation to begin again, to think clearly, act deliberately, and walk as if your steps echo beyond today. Because they do. Every decision rewires your mind, reshapes your habits, and redefines who you are becoming. So take a breath, straighten your posture, remember these 6 lessons. Because peace isn't something you find at the end, it's something you practice in the middle. Final affirmation. It took me 10 years to learn this, but today I live it. Now comment this below. I choose calm over chaos. That is the morning's secret to rewiring your mind.